All right, speaking of fighting, yesterday the utterances of the Chief Minister of Delhi ended up creating almost a diplomatic situation, raising concerns about the vaccination of children because they are also very susceptible to the latest strain of the coronavirus. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that a strain that has come from Singapore runs the risk, or has rather created the risk, of infecting children, which is why not only should there be the vaccination of children in India, but the flights between Singapore and India should also be stopped. Now, there were two problems with this. One, that there are no flights that currently operate between the two countries, barring the Vande Bharat flight. And second, the government of Singapore took strong objection to the utterances of the Delhi CM. That's when the External Affairs Ministry had to step in for damage control. There were explanations that were given, and finally the matter was laid to rest, but not before the Aam Aadmi Party came in for considerable criticism for irresponsible statement made.
नहीं देखिए, स्ट्रेन तो इस टाइम कोरोना के बहुत सारे स्ट्रेन हैं। जैसे जैसे म्यूटेट होता रहता है वैसे वैसे स्ट्रेन्स का नाम अलग अलग रखा जाता है। तो इंडिया में कई सारे स्ट्रेन इस टाइम चल रहे हैं। देखो, स्ट्रेन सिंगापुर का है, दिल्ली का है, अमेरिका का है, लंदन का है। उससे भी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, स्ट्रेन अलग अलग हैं। कोरोना का स्ट्रेन है।
Tendency for some politicians like Arvind Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi to start playing politics with the coronavirus, for Arvind Kejriwal to drag in India's friends like Singapore in his attempt to distract away from his own government's failures in handling COVID in Delhi is just totally wrong, and it's irresponsible.
Watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Okay, joining us on the debate, national spokesperson of the BJP, Sanju Verma, political analyst Ravi Srivastava. First question to senior advocate in the Supreme Court, Sanjay Hegde. Mr. Hegde, it just seems to be an unnecessary controversy which ended up almost snowballing into a diplomatic situation. Could have been completely avoided. Wouldn't you agree?
There's so many problems that could be avoided if people could just quiet.
But that's not the nature of a democracy. As far as this one was concerned, I think that maybe Mr. Kejriwal misspoke. He could have very well said, look, Singapore has shut its schools. It has shut its schools because there is a variant out there which is acting on children. Therefore, we need a children's virus, and we need to guard against a third wave. If he had said that, fine. But there has been a juxtaposition, and he called it the Singapore variant. Now, today, one thing we must bear in mind: no virus comes with a citizenship certificate or a passport. You may call it a strain from which was first seen in London, a strain which was first seen in Brazil, a strain which was first seen in Singapore or wherever. But to identify it with one nationality, that I think now that it is a pandemic, it's a worldwide pandemic, it's a bit unfair. You must remember that President Trump tried to call it the Wuhan flu. India itself has objected
but here's
to
the thing,
use
Mr.
of the word
Hegde.
Indian variant.
You're acknowledging that maybe he misspoke, but the Aam Aadmi Party persists in defending it, which is what is incomprehensible. Why continue to defend the indefensible? This was not only diplomatically not very wise, but it was factually incorrect, wasn't it, Mr. Hegde?
There is no variant anywhere in the world which is identified with a specific nation. However, there are variants which are seen to be active in certain nations, certain countries, certain areas. So now there is a variant which has caused the Singapore government to shut down schools on the grounds that children are dying and it is dangerous. The Singapore minister has now clarified that it is the variant which is very common in India, B1617, and so therefore he's tossed it back. He's indirectly said that no, it's not the Singaporean variant, it's the Indian variant. So that's why I said variants do not have passports, unlike you and me. Variants do not have a nationality. Viruses do not have a nationality. We have a worldwide problem, but the problem can be area specific.
Okay. But you've taken a holistic view of this, but I still don't understand why the Aam Aadmi Party still persists in defending the original statement by the Chief Minister. Mr. Ravi Srivastava, you're looking very angry. What are you angry about? Are you angry that this was an unnecessary controversy? Are you angry that the Aam Aadmi Party has been called out by the Singapore government? Why are you still looking so angry today?
Padmaja, I am angry only for a simple reason that Arvind Kejriwal's statement has been taken as if it has become a sort of a war between India and Singapore. What did he say? He is worried and concerned about the children of Delhi. That's his basic concern. And he has already formed a task force because he wants there should be pediatric ventilators, there will be pediatric wards, there should be pediatric treatment facilities inside Delhi so that he can take care of the children of Delhi. I think that's his basic main concern.
So who will make that pediatric ventilator and pediatric wards?
No, because
He's the Chief Minister of the state.
He is concerned, but the government of India is not concerned. But the government of India is still sleeping on it.
Can I?
Because the government of India has not started anything like that. That's why he is concerned, because he knows
Sanju Verma.
these people will wake up only after all the damage is done. Like in February...
Padmaja, may I please...
But what was the need to drag in Singapore? Okay, anyway, Sanju Verma, start by responding to this, then we'll go to the next point. Sanju Verma, he was just flagging up a concern. Children are vulnerable, children are susceptible. The rest of it was just padding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I want that...
Padmaja, I did not interrupt anybody. This is not
Okay, we heard you, Mr. Srivastava. Now let her respond.
And what Mr.
The intent was in the right place, and that is what must be addressed. Mr. Srivastava, okay, you've made your point. Now let her respond. Go on, Sanju Verma.
Okay. Thank you, Padmaja. Padmaja, first and foremost, let me tell you that there was a constitutional breach in terms of the kind of irresponsible statement that Arvind Kejriwal made, point number one. Point number two, it was ill-informed in its content. Because as you said in your introduction, since March 2020, all flights between India and Singapore have been banned, barring the Vande Bharat mission flights to evacuate people who need to go to various destinations, as the case may be. Point number three, there are people who are saying, oh, please don't make a halabaloo out of this. And so what if Kejriwal said XYZ? Even Dr. S. Jaishankar rebutted very firmly, and that was not acceptable. That was not par for the course. So for that, my limited response is, do you remember a few months back, just about every person was commenting on India's farm policies, farm laws, including Khalistani-oriented people sitting out of UK and Canada. And what did the Lutyens cabal and the Khan Market gang and the clubhouse chatterati say then? Oh, so what? Do people outside India not have the right to air their views on matters which are beyond the jurisdiction of India? Excuse me, farm laws are beyond the jurisdiction of India? Whom are you trying to mollycoddle? Whom are you trying to kid? So there is this whole narrative that has started ever since the Modi government has started the war against COVID on a war footing. First they said vaccines nahi hai. Arey bhai, the highest number of vaccines in the first and second phase were given to Maharashtra, Gujarat and Rajasthan, and Maharashtra and Rajasthan.
No, but Sanju Verma, okay. We'll do a separate, more intensive debate on vaccine availability later. My point is, many have pointed out that there seemed to be an undue amount of glee in the government to have brought down a chief minister. Okay, so he misspoke. But the way everyone went after him, it seemed that there was more interest in embarrassing a chief minister of an Indian state rather than saying, okay, he misspoke, but it's okay.
I need to respond.
Let's move on. Sanju Verma.
Padmaja, I'm really flummoxed and I'm quite bewildered that you're saying that the chief minister's position has been compromised. You should have been asking me and telling your audience, with no offense to you, that the External Affairs Ministry, their position was compromised. Arvind Kejriwal, I want to ask you, you have said that you spent 19,971 crores in the last couple of years on health budget. Just tell me, almost close to 20,000 crores. Did you set up even 20 ICU beds? Did you even set up 2 hospitals? Did you even buy 2 ventilators?
Okay,
So please stop
Sanjay Hegde, answer that point. You know, it's one thing to have domestic politics. It's another thing to end up embarrassing your country internationally. So much so that now we have the High Commissioner, the Singapore High Commissioner to India, saying that we reserve our right to book the Chief Minister under the Protection from Online Falsehoods and Manipulation Act. I mean, this was an international embarrassment. And yet they are defending it. Why?
Embarrassment thanks to Mr. Kejriwal, who always goes beyond his constitutional brief. And I want to ask Manish Sisodia, who
Okay,
said,
Sanjay
ये
Hegde.
सिंगापुर का मुद्दा नहीं है, ये बच्चों का मुद्दा है. बच्चों का मुद्दा है तो आपने 500 मोहल्ला क्लिनिक खोले थे, सारे के सारे बंद क्यों पड़े हैं? How many pediatric wards did you
Sanju
set
Verma,
up?
let Sanjay Hegde respond. Wouldn't it be easier to just apologize and move on instead of drawing out what is an international embarrassment? Sanjay Hegde.
Forget the international embarrassment. The fact is that there is a variant. Children are at risk. It has first been flagged by Singapore, and it has been flagged now by the Chief Minister of Delhi. Whether it was a Singapore variant or not, keep it aside. The real question is, what is the
But that is what he
for
said.
the third wave? No. Just
The
one
variant
second.
already exists in India. What was the point of dragging in Singapore? One, that variant already exists in India. He linked it to Singapore. Second, he insisted that flights continue. Because let's face it, Mr. Hegde, just a second. Let's be clear over here. The idea seems to be to somehow suggest that because of continuing flights between Singapore and India, this disease has come and is infecting children. That seems to be the underlying idea, which is very disingenuous and factually incorrect.
Singapore has shut its schools because of this particular variant. That is the fact.
So have we.
That is not the point.
Even our schools are shut.
Kejriwal have to
Even our schools are shut. Our exams are postponed. What was the point of saying
That's
this?
a limited point. Schools closing down in Singapore. What's the point of this?
We are likely to have a situation.
Mr.
We are
Hegde, stop
likely to have
deflecting
a
the issue.
situation
So your
where our
loyalties to
children
Aam Aadmi
are
Party are
going
well
to
known.
be compromised. Miss Verma will keep shouting that no, we
Mr.
have
Hegde.
vaccinated only less than 5% of our population. That we will get everybody
Okay,
vaccinated.
now we are
in
shifting the
2023.
goalposts.
No, see, listen.
Sir, we are shifting the goalposts. The limited question here is, what was the purpose, the need and the intent of making this statement? Ravi Srivastava, I still haven't understood, after 24 hours have passed, what was the intent? You say we want to keep our children safe. The stage 3 trials, the stage 2 and stage 3 trials for the vaccine on children is currently, the permission has been given already. You are saying we want to keep our children safe. Well, the schools are already shut. You are saying we want to keep our children safe from this variant that is coming from Singapore. No, it is not coming from Singapore.
No,
The flights are not functioning. So
all
all of this,
Padmaja.
I'm not saying you said it. I'm saying the Chief Minister said that, Mr. Hegde. The CM said it. He said this variant is coming from Singapore. No, it's not. He's saying it is coming via flights. Flights are not operating. He is saying we need to vaccinate our children. The trials for that are already underway.
In the month of April, when Singapore said that it is an Indian state, why the government of
Okay, one by one, please. Let's listen to Mr. Srivastava's reasoning. Then I'll come back to you. Yes. What is your reasoning, Mr. Srivastava?
My reasoning is, when in the month of April, Singapore called it's an Indian strain, why the government of India did not object to that? And what locus Mr. Jaishankar has got, who carried a contingent to UK, where the people were found corona positive. And even he himself was affected over there. What local strategy the person has got to make any comment on this? You are making his comment as if it's a gospel truth. What logic
Can I come in now?
What can you say now?
Okay, Sanju Verma.
May I come in?
The Health Ministry of Singapore referred to it as the Indian variant in the month of March. Why no anger and outrage then, Sanju Verma?
Padmaja, first and foremost, please do not take Ravi Srivastava's comments on face value. Point number 2, he's a professional cricketer, so I am not going to be making any justification.
why I should take your comment on face value? What your face has got value, tell me.
Okay, Mr. Srivastava, now why are you shouting?
No, why?
Why are you shouting now? Please, let's not do a shouting match. Let's please, for heaven's sake, let's have a civil. Please, can I please reduce Mr. Srivastava's voice? It just becomes so easy for everyone to deflect the point when everyone is yelling. Go on.
Thank you, Padmaja. Padmaja, the limited point is, we can keep doing this back and forth. The fact of the matter is, A, what Arvind Kejriwal said was constitutionally beyond his brief. Point number 2, the content of his tweet was absolutely incorrect. Point number 3, Manish Sisodia then instead of issuing an apology said, ये Singapore का मुद्दा नहीं है, ये बच्चों का मुद्दा है. I just want to say one thing, Padmaja. The Kejriwal dispensation has been a habitual offender. And do you remember 2016 when Delhi was in the midst of a dengue and chikungunya crisis? Manish Sisodia was holidaying in Finland. The LG of Delhi had to summon him via a fax. And what was Kejriwal doing when Delhi was grappling with chikungunya and dengue? He was treating a throat infection in the Jindal clinic in Bengaluru. What was Gopal Rai doing? He was holidaying in Goa. So this is a government that loves to pass the buck, that loves to engage in violations of constitutional propriety. So I'm not surprised. Let Mr. Kejriwal issue an apology. And as
Passing the buck, Ravi Srivastava.
Kejriwal does not represent India. So please, Mr. Srivastava, stop mollycoddling.
Passing the buck. Just issue an apology and get it over with, Ravi Srivastava.
You are accepting it.
Because remember, the first objection was not by India, the first objection was by Singapore. And even now the High Commissioner has said, we are letting the matter rest because of a crystal clear explanation by the government of India. So literally the government of India has managed to avert a situation. Just apologize and get it over with.
Why should he?
Trying to be smarter in hindsight.
If you have got any legal objection against it, go ahead, exercise it.
We will do what
You do it. Why? He has not said anything wrong. His statement is valid and he is well within his right to make that statement. Anybody can make that statement.
This is vendetta.
Who stops it?
Who
can stop? Even independent elected chief minister, he has a right to say it. He has a right to say it. Not try to the fake.
No, Mr. Srivastava, what is going to be worse, it's not about legal repercussions in India. Imagine a scenario where a friendly country actually books a chief minister under their laws. That is what the High Commissioner has said, that we still reserve that right. And keeping that in mind, let's just end this reasonably, Sanjay Hegde, from a legal point of view, from a point of view of diplomatic ties. Wouldn't it just have made sense for the Chief Minister to come up with a clarification, clarify his intent and say maybe the framing wasn't the best thing? Instead, going on the offensive and saying that for somebody to object means that the Modi government cares only for its image and not for the children of India is incomprehensible.
I don't presume to advise anyone how to do their politics. But let's put it this way, naming countries outside or making a faux pas blunder of this kind is not limited to the Chief Minister of Delhi alone. There used to be a Chief Minister of Gujarat who was not admitted in various countries at a particular point of time. There was also somebody who said as a consequence of Abki Baar, we know what is happening. So please,
that Prime Minister is one of the most powerful and popular leaders post-independent India, Sanjay Hegde.
You can keep shouting, but you won't.
That Prime Minister is one of the most
popular and powerful leaders
in post-independent India.
That there were chief ministers who were actually
I'm sure you need a humble crow. And that Prime Minister has addressed the US Congress. That
Okay, Mr. Hegde, I was hoping to end on a reasonable note. See, the thing is, this whataboutery is not going to be help. I mean, it's not going to help for any sitting chief minister to invite this kind of international criticism. Embarrasses not just his office, but it's an embarrassment and a possible diplomatic situation for the country as well. Thankfully, it has been averted, but nobody came out of this swelling of roses, least of all Mr. Kejriwal himself. Anyhow, let's leave it at that. Thank you very much both gentlemen, Sanju Verma, for having joined me. The good thing is that for now this matter has been laid to rest.